I'm in the building like a Jew. Flight boss, bitch, yeah, I'm godly in the spirit. Doing mental gymnastics, my karate esoteric, yeah. Why are you lost? Why are you lost? What do you follow? You unfulfilled, that's how you know Earth wasn't so hollow.
Hylics is the people that live in Hyle. And Hylic means physical person, and Hyle means physical earth. So you already in hell based on Hebrew and based on pre-Christianity.
Now I've come to the realization that all men want in this life is truth. All they want is truth and understandings of the purpose of a life. But most people are not built to accept truth. Because if you feel like you're built to hear the truth, I'm going to give it to y'all today. Unfiltered, straight truth. No disrespect, no nitpicking, no teasing, no cursing. Just straight flat out truth for all those who feel they are built to hear it. Now here's the truth. You have many different forms of life in our existence. Many different forms of living beings. So you have men, you have animals, and the wide variety of living life on land. Then you have a bunch of different life forms, living beings that live within the waters, the seas. Then you have the living beings of the air, the birds. You have vegetation, you have trees. So you have many different forms of living life, and they live in their way. Now here's the interesting thing, because all these living beings, they live. And then they realize that their life is truly not that long, unless they devour one of the other life forms. Grass. You live, but your life is truly not long unless you eat food, which is another living life. If a man doesn't eat, he'll die. So what a man does is eat one of the other living lives in this existence. And this is how men stretch out their time. So I want you to fully grasp. Men are alive. But if they don't steal the life from another living being, then their life will end. Now a man does not have to eat. He can just accept the fact that his life is however long it is until he starves to death. Or he can choose to make the choice that I am not going to accept dying. I am going to kill another and take the life of that and add to my time. So I take the time that that being has and I give it to myself. And this is what y'all do when y'all eat food. You're eating food to stretch out the life because you won't accept death. Now the reason why is because you're dead already. You're the living dead. If you were not dead, you would not need to steal another's time. Grasp that. When you eat the apple, you are stealing the life of the apple and adding it to your life, which is your time. So you're stealing that apple's time to add to your time. Now the deep thing is, no matter how long you do that, you will still eventually die. So you pretty much took that time from that living being for no reason, because you'll still die. And it's because you're truly dead already. Now, I know that's a hard thing to grasp, but you have to think on what I just said. If you were truly alive, why do you need to steal another's life to stretch out your time? And it's like I said, because you're the living dead, and this is hell that y'all heard of. And it's truly a deep thing that people cannot grasp. They say we're alive, yet they don't have life. They steal life from other life. Grasp. Let's just say all living beings on this planet have 3 months of life that is theirs before they starve to death. Now a man can't accept that. He wants more time than 3 months. So, he'll steal 3 months from the apple. And he'll steal 3 months from this living thing and that living thing. So this is what you're doing when you're eating. You're sustaining your life that would have ended. Right. Men reproduce to stretch out their physical existence, their life. Because if they don't, they'll perish. Now, why is it that you have to do so much to live if you're truly alive? And this is my point. It's a hard thing for men to grasp that they're truly dead and they're stealing life. You eat a thing so that you can get a day. Now, men could be born into this world as babies and live and experience physical life, die of hunger, and this is good. You got to experience physical life. Great. But this is not good enough for men. They want more time to experience physical life. So the amount of time it takes for a person to starve to death, this is not enough time for a man. He wants more. Even though that's more than enough. Grasp that. No time is guaranteed to you. But you get to experience physical life for however long it takes for you to starve to death. And this is a beautiful thing. You get to experience it. But not for man. He wants more. He wants more physical experience. He wants more time. So he'll steal time from another life force there. Because it's the same day every day. So a man steals life from other life to exist longer, even though he's experiencing the same thing every day. Grasp the selfishness and the greed in that. You ain't doing nothing different today than you're going to do tomorrow. It's the same 24 hours every day. The life is revolving. There's nothing new under the sun. A man could live 50 years. He wants more time. A man could live 3 months. Wants more time. So my point is, when we devour the life to extend ours, stealing the life, because you're killing the life for yourself. Yet, you're never satisfied on the amount of time that you have, even when you do that. See, if I was to tell everyone watching this video, don't eat anymore. Just exist until you starve to death. Because you have a choice. This is what the life presented to you. It gave you life. It didn't tell you, steal other lives to make yours longer. You was just given life. Now you have a choice. You can steal another life form, whether it's vegetation or meat or animal. Or you can just accept the life you were given and starve. Your life is how it is. But you won't accept that. So you say, no, I'm going to eat the apple. So you were going to die, but you say, no, let the apple die. So you take the life of the apple. Now the apple takes your place, because if you didn't eat, you would have died. So whatever you ate, you made it take your place, so you can get a small little extra piece at a time. Then you get hungered again, and this reminds you, oh, I'll die, because I'm truly not alive. Now I got to steal some more life. And this is what man continuously does. So he can live the same day every day and work and be a slave in it. And it's a deep, cold-blooded thing. Because lost spirits in hell, ain't nothing you could tell them. Nothing. You cannot tell a lost spirit in hell they're dead. And the only reason they're alive is because they stole another living being's time. They don't want to accept that. Because if they accept that, then they got to accept, oh, I see why I'm in hell now. Because I do things like that and don't even think about it. See, men are deep. See, they'll pluck a flower out the ground and kill it. They'll step on the bug and kill it so eloquently, as if nothing was done. But if they were the flower of the bug, they would see the deepness in it. Flowers have family, and so does bugs. But you don't even think about this when you smash one. And when you eat an apple and you take the life from it and make it trade places with you, you think nothing of it. That is just food, and that is what you're supposed to do. Why? Because some other lost spirit in hell told you to. A baby doesn't come out the womb and grab for a titty or a bottle. It is put in their mouth. Right. A baby would just exist till it starved to death and died. And it will have enjoyed its piece of the physical. In fact, the baby would have said, the physical is horrible. Never want to go back there again. But some lost spirit in hell puts a titty in its mouth and gives him some food. And extends its time. And it starts to live. It grows up. Next thing you know, it's lost in the physical. Has no understandings. Kills life. Doesn't realize it. Doesn't care to realize it. Because all it knows is it wants to extend its time. And whatever life is taken for that purpose doesn't matter. And this is y'all that I'm speaking of. Y'all are the lost spirits in hell, the demons of hell. This is all y'all. I want y'all to truly grasp that. Every last person and living thing you see here is a demon or lost spirit in hell. That is dead. Living dead. Grasp that, all of y'all. And if you think I'm lying, don't steal another's life. Just live and see how long it lasts for you. And that's my point. You're not, because you know if you don't eat another life, your life won't end. And you selfish. So you'll never say, or you'll never admit that what I'm saying right now is right. Because you a lost spirit in hell. But I know whoever's watching this know I'm speaking the truth, because no one told you you were supposed to live longer than the point to where you starved to death. Nothing in the life said no such thing. The life didn't say kill other life forms to make yours longer. You did that on your own. And it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Because I know y'all all think y'all alive. Because y'all breathe. And y'all do whatever y'all do. But whatever you say to make you think you're alive, I want you to grasp. Who said that's what being alive is? Who said this is being alive? Because You have to do a lot to stay alive. Why is that? If you're not dead, why do you have to do so much to stay alive? But if you stop doing things, you'll go back to what you are. Dead. Or better yet, you'll go to what you're supposed to be. Dead. But we reproduce. We steal other life forms by eating them. And we stretch out that little speck of life we were given 70, 80, 90 years. Never learning anything. See how deep that is? A lost spirit in hell will devour all the life he can to make his life longer. But no use at all. Because he still dies knowing absolutely nothing. He sees vegetation around him. He sees apples, fruits, and he sees how they don't consume any other life form. They just accept the time they were given. Congrats. So a man gets aspects in this life of truth. He gets to see truth, but he ignores it because he ate it. So he doesn't observe the vegetation in the tree and how these things don't consume other life forms. They just accept whatever time they were given. The apple exists until it rots away. It doesn't consume other apples and add on to its life form. So this is an example for you of your true life. But you don't see that because you don't learn from life, because you're dead. So you could never understand life. It's a deep thing. Men steal life, not realizing that they're dead. So it doesn't matter how much life you steal, because you are what you are, and you will always be that. And this is why men die still. They die, they still don't know anything, because they're not a part of life. And you can steal all the pieces of life you want. You're not a part of it, because you're a lost spirit of hell. You're a demon. Just look how you are. Just you eating shows your true nature, and how you will overlook a living form of life and just call it food because it is not yourself being devoured. And I still don't understand how y'all don't see. It's a deep, interesting thing. Now I know a lot of y'all like to go off into weirdo land, being as though you don't understand life. So you get lost and say, oh, Silas is talking spooky stuff. But none of the goofy stuff y'all talk about. Life is simple. You don't know what happens when you die. You don't care to realize when you eat, this is another life form that you're stealing. You don't know none of this. I mean, I don't see y'all eating rotten stuff, because rotten stuff is dead. You need to steal life, because you dead. So what is you eating a rotten apple going to do for you? Nothing. Grasp. So this is my point. If you were truly alive, why do you need to do that? And it's a deep thing. Then men are lost for good in the physical, stealing life, talking about they're alive. And when they die, someone's going to save them and bring them to real life. But they're alive. They think someone can save them from this so-called life that they live, that they need saving from. You tell them, no, that's not life, you're dead. That's death. No, I'm not dead. So why is somebody coming to save you and bring you to real life? You're the devil, Silas. You're stupid. You don't know nothing. So I'll just talk. Fuck it. You know what you eat? You know what you are. You're low. You're dead. But you can tell yourself whatever.